Values First is a group of men and women standing up for what they believe in and how they act, what they say, and what they do.
An inspirational movement to teach young girls and boys that they can dress classy and that they are valuable and worth so much more than what society tells them is beautiful.
We should feel free to present ourselves according to the values that we have, the values that we're comfortable with, not the values that are given to us by society that increasingly objectifies women.
Values First is really special. So we have a two-part initiatives that we do. Coming from the modeling world, there's an insane amount of pressure to make it. So I really wanted to create a company and a brand that you were able to put your values first into. Do motivational speaking, a lot of times what I was finding is that if your self-worth isn't right, if your self-respect isn't right, then you can't very well put your values first in your clothing.
So there are so many things that happen to young ladies and gentlemen when they are constantly surrounded by sexualized images in the media and clothing lines.
Our culture is telling young women that they have to dress a certain way in order to be sexy and that they have to show a lot of skin. And we're sending such a negative message that is affecting their self-image and their self-worth. And it's time to send a positive message that says, I respect myself and I have a higher standard for what beauty is in my life.
The Values First mission is important in today's world because it shows that your standards matter in a society that says they don't.
Ladies and gentlemen are surrounded by sexualized images in the media and clothing lines and all of the other areas of our society where they're constantly being bombarded by these images. It changes their self-worth in very meaningful ways. It changes what is considered normal. It changes what is considered valued.
The sex sells image is constantly what we're seeing, and that's what we're going to get used to, and that's not okay. Values First is not talking about turtlenecks and skirts all the way to the floor and showing no skin whatsoever. That's not what we're about. You can be classy and still be attractive.
But all of us, regardless of what we look like, need to base our value really on who we are, not what we look like, not what we're wearing, not the way we present, the image we present visually to other people. It's really who are we? Who do we want to be to other people? What are those relationships going to be like?
You don't have to sacrifice what you believe in, how you dress, just to fit into standards.
And you're going to be a rare diamond and just be very okay with what you have and not having to show it all off. And
anything that promotes self-acceptance and self-respect and self-worth is a fabulous thing. We should accept ourselves and move beyond that. It's not about how we look. We should just be good with that and we should accept that and then move on to something else. We should value ourselves for what we do, who we are, the choices we make.
And we have the opportunity to get dressed each day and say, I'm not going to compromise my values when I get dressed in the morning. I'm going to put on clothing that reflects my inner beauty and shows the world that I do respect myself.
Dressing modestly and not revealing says a lot more about yourself.
Because we need to send a message that redefines sexiness and that says beauty is so much more than skin deep and you should be proud of the values that you hold and you should respect yourself more and have a higher standard for yourself than what the modeling industry tells you to.
I modeled the way for my 3 daughters because I want them to grow up to be confident and to have respect for themselves and to be anyone they want to be.
I modeled the way for my younger sister and my younger brother to show them how they are beautiful without what society says.
I model the way for middle and high school girls and boys, and I have the opportunity to help stop this destructive cycle of low self-esteem and teach them a new way to live and teach them how important it is to put their values first before what the mainstream media is telling them is the way to live.
I want to model the way and do what I say for my children because it's really going to help their self-worth and their self-evaluation. Hi, I'm Carrie Owens. I model, I do motivational speaking, and I've also started Values First. Values First is by far the most proud venture I've done